We're like a week out from Nextfest. Let's talk about the current state of Colornova. Roll intro. If you didn't already know, my name is Tez Freezer. I'm a game dev and content creator. Currently working on Colornova. Colornova is a wacky color matching space shooter all about protecting your planet from incoming meteors. These meteors have a number of wacky effects and characteristics. You collect power-ups, gain synergies and powers, all in the effort to protect your planet for as long as you can. If any of that sounds interesting to you, I implore you to please go wishlist it on Steam and check out the game demo that I'm going to start talking about right now. So last we left off, the game was in a really good state, but I still felt like it was missing a few necessary things to be successful in Nextfest. The first being global leaderboards. Honestly, I'm thinking this is something that I probably should have implemented way earlier in the demo process. The issue here is that people have played the game already, and perhaps have gotten the highest score they'll ever get. And those scores will not be on the global leaderboards because they just straight up didn't exist at the time. But hindsight is 2020, so there's not much I could do about that. Integrating global leaderboards was actually fairly easy. For one, the local leaderboard UI was pretty much already set up to handle different data sets. I basically just changed the data source to the global leaderboard cache. As soon as you start up the game and the game starts up to the Steam client, I cache the leaderboards. The cache is actually pretty clever. For one, it not only grabs the top 10 scores, but it grabs the 10 scores around your score. So, for example, let's say that your global rank was 25. On the leaderboard, you'd see 1 through 10, but then you'd also see 20 through 30. That way, you can see what the Hall of Fame did, but also what your score is relative to them. The cache also only refreshes if A, you beat your global high score, or B, it's been over 5 minutes. That way we're not just constantly pulling data. We also have our first pass at localization. Thank you to everyone who helped out with that and all the research that went along with it as well. If you have any translation issues, please report them directly on the Discord server and I'll take a look as soon as I can. As for support for other languages, it would honestly depend on demand. If I ended up with 1,000 sales in China, of course, well, simplified Chinese would be on that list very fast. I also once again added even more content from the full game into the demo, which I know sounds a little crazy. But as I add more content into the full game, it feels okay to break off some of that older content and push it into the demo. 2 new pickups have been introduced. Air Prison and Planet Force Field. Barrier pickups are some of my favorites to add in the game. I also like that they're visually interesting and have cool effects in the game. Air Prison is pretty self-explanatory, but I also just think it's funny. The idea of just being in timeout. You can move around, sure, but you're not getting very far. Nothing gets in and nothing gets out. Then we have the Planet Force Field, which not only repels all the meteors, but it bounces them off and bounces your bullets off too. I think in the race scenario, there's probably some big brain strategies right here. And I think it's the kind of thing that content creators will probably have a lot of fun with. Like I said though, if stuff comes out of the full game, then things need to be added back in. So I actually added 3 more pickups back into the full game to bring the total to 33, which if you're watching this and you're thinking, I already played the demo, it can't be that different. I probably update the demo like twice a week. And the changes can be very drastic. So check back and let me know what you think of the latest demo. Another big change in the demo is that I released 2 new meteors, Parasite meteors and Changelings. These meteors are chaotic, for lack of better words. Parasites absorb other meteors and change color depending on its composition, and Changeling meteors change color every single time they're hit. This can drastically change the game and tends to lead to a lot more entropy. I want this game to be weird and surprising and chaotic. And I think the demo was being a little too tame about this originally. I want to keep some stuff secret for the full game, but I do have some things I want to show off. This is what I came up with to replace the 2 meteors I released into the demo. These smoky meteors are what I'm referring to as paralyzers. They release a puff of gas that if it touches your ship causes it to glitch out. You can't move or change colors, you're just stuck. And drill meteors release these colored drills that can hurt you or the planet, but you can destroy them before they reach their target. They also will split meteors in 2 that they make contact with, unless they're too small, and in that case, they'll just destroy them. These 2 meteors are on tier 5 because I know they're difficult. I'm also working on balancing the game a bit, making sure that the game doesn't escalate too fast, hence why meteors are classified in tiers. There are currently 6 total. The average run of Colornova is actually only a few minutes. So escalation does come pretty fast. So balancing has become a little time consuming for me. There's also one more major update to the game, and I'm calling them permanent power-ups / held power-ups. I'm still working on the name. But basically, they're pickups that don't time out. Currently, pickups only last so long. Power downs can be as short as 5 seconds. Power-ups last maximally 10 to 12 seconds, unless you happen to get another one and it extends your time. The problem with that is sometimes you never really get to build up your ship as much as you want to. You may never get to that overpowered state, just because the RNG gods never dealed you the right deck. So I decided I will give you one permanent upgrade that you can hold. The only catch is taking one will replace whatever's currently in that slot. So far, I've come up with 5 of them. 4 of them being stat boosts. Double bullet, 25% faster Nova regen, 25% faster speed, 25% more damage, or 25% more fire rate. Now, I know one of these things are not like the other, but I just think double bullet is fun, and I didn't want to remove it from the regular power-up list. I think with these permanent upgrades, you have a much higher chance of getting to that level of OP that I think makes this game super fun. It also more or less allows you to fix the downsides of certain ships. Maybe you really like Bastion for its shields, but it's way too slow. You can take the 25% speed and even the playing field just a little bit, or even double shot and blitz. Because who cares about accuracy when you have all that going on? I think with this, I keep that arcade energy I'm looking for, but I give players a little bit of agency in how they play. Maybe early game, speed is advantageous, but late game, you might want more shields. Honestly, I'm pretty excited to see where people take that. And depending on the feedback, for sure dictates what happens in the final game. The final major thing is that I once again updated the background animations and effects. This has been a bit of a struggle for me. I'm just really trying to add to the ambiance of everything. So I added a Shadows of the Moon. There are now star clusters and pink/red nebulas. This gives a little contrast to the blacks, purples, and blues. I think this really helps brighten up the game a bit. So, because of the impeding deadline, this is likely the last major update to Colornova before Nextfest. So this is kind of the moment of truth. I'll be real and tell you now, I don't think Nextfest is going to be the balloon that I wanted it to be. The current wish list as of recording this video is 86, which is not anywhere near the range that you want to be when enter Nextfest, according to just about everyone. Perhaps I made a game too niche, or maybe I'm just doing a bad job at marketing it. Probably a little bit of both. But here's how you can help. If you're watching this video right now, wishlist Colornova on Steam, play the demo. You can give it the fighting chance it needs to be picked up by the Steam algorithm. Both of these things are completely free to do and only takes a few moments of your time. I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to continue to document my work on releasing my second ever Steam game, so please like and subscribe. Minimally, you'll get to see my game does well or completely bombs. And that has to be worth a sub. So let me know in the comments what you think of the latest updates, or if you have any ideas or feedback. And once again, come join the Discord if you want to talk to me directly. I know Discord is a little bit of a touchy subject right now, but it's the best way currently to come at. Once again, my name is Tez Fraser. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Devlog 7 for Nextfest.